Hello everyone, myself Dr. Smriti Mathur, working as an assistant professor at Babu Banasidas University, Lucknow. This is our sixth video of Human Resource Management and Development Module 1. In this video, we will discuss about role and competencies of human resource development professional, various forms of human resource development organization, characteristics of a line manager and human resource development department and their task, as well as emerging trends in human resource development. So let's start. Role and competencies of human resource development professional. When we talk about any human resource development professional, they have to perform a wide variety of functional roles. What is functional role? What is the meaning of functional role? When we talk about functional role, it is actually a specific set of tasks and expected outputs for a particular job. Okay, so that is your functional role. When we talk about human resource development professional, human resource development professionals needs to possess many skills and knowledges and competencies to perform their activities within an organization, right? So you can see here, this is actually a model, a pyramid by ASTD. Okay, ASTD is your American Society for Training and Development, okay, which is supporting its members and the field of learning and development with a model designed to mold the future of a profession. Okay, so when we talk about this ASTD competency model, the main focus was mapping the future, okay, which actually defines the landscape of the learning and development profession while simultaneously preparing the profession formerly known as training for the next generation of practitioners. This model is is for our dynamic nature of organization as well as complexity of the profession, which enables practitioners to provide their organization with an even higher level of value and services to organization. When we talk about this pyramid, the competencies is a cluster of skill, knowledge, abilities and behaviors as well as skill required for the people to succeed in learning and development field. Okay, the model is actually based on 3 layers of successive building blocks, which is actually shown in this pyramid. You can see that this model, this pyramid is actually divided into 3 levels: foundational level, focus level, as well as execution level. So you can see here that when we add foundation and focus, we get successful execution, or we can say that for successful execution, you have to focus on your foundation level as well as on your focus level. Now, when we talk about this, foundation level competencies are actually the supporting level competencies linked to successful performance in the field and are desirable regardless of an individual's area of expertise or role. The model divides foundation competencies into 3 clusters, which includes your interpersonal, business or management, as well as personal. Okay, when we talk about interpersonal, it includes building trust, communicating effectively, influencing stakeholders, leveraging diversity, networking and partnering. When we talk about business or management, then it includes analyzing needs and proposing solutions, applying business acumen, driving results, planning and implementing assignments, thinking strategically. And when we talk about personal, it includes demonstrating adaptability as well as modeling personal development. Next is your focus. Focus is also called as your area of expertise, which is actually supported by technology. It is the second tier of the model and it comprises specific technical and professional areas required for success across various jobs in the field. These area of expertise are actually specialized areas that build and rely upon the focused application of the foundation competencies. There are 9 area of expertise as shown in this pyramid. You can see here career planning and talent management, managing organization knowledge, coaching, managing the learning function, facilitating organizational change, measuring and evaluating, delivering training, improving human performance, designing learning, etc. Okay. Now, for successful execution, what is required? The main requirement is actually the role. Role actually comes in the top tier or at the execution level of the model. When we talk about role are not same as the job title. They are actually much more fluid depending on the work or project, and they are the broad areas of responsibilities within the profession that requires a select group of foundational competencies. Okay, foundational competency means your bottom tier, and your selected group of area of expertise, or we can say focus. Okay, focus tier or second tier. Okay, there are 4 defined roles in the model, which includes your learning strategist, business partner, project manager, professional specialist. Okay, so you have understood that this is a model given by ASTD. Okay, and they actually show it is actually known as the ASTD competency model, which is actually based on mapping the future. Okay, now when we talk about this ASTD model is now renamed as ATD model, which is actually launched which is launched as an updated competency model in 2040. Okay. It is a model which redefines the skill and knowledge required for trainers to be successful now and in the future. It actually captures changes driven by digital, mobile, and social technology, demographic shift, globalization, and economic forces. You can see here they have divided and they have updated earlier ASTD model, and they have now divided into 2 parts: foundational competencies and training and development area of expertise. Okay. When we talk about training and development area of expertise, these are actually specific to the training and development profession, which actually includes integrated talent management, where integrated talent management is actually building an organizational culture, capability, capacity, engagement through people, development strategies, and it is actually required to be able to align talent management to organizational objectives, use talent management systems, equip managers to develop their people, promote high performance workplaces, facilitate career transitions, etc. When we talk about next, that is coaching. Coaching is actually applying a systematic process to improve others' ability to set goals, take actions, and maximize strength. It is actually related to establishing coaching agreement, displaying coaching presence, demonstrating active listening, use of direct communication, creating awareness, design learning opportunities, etc. Next is your knowledge management. Knowledge management is actually related to capturing, distributing, and archiving intellectual capital to encourage knowledge sharing and collaboration. With the help of this, they will be able to advocate knowledge management, benchmark knowledge management practices, encourage collaboration, facilitate social learning, establish a knowledge culture, evaluate knowledge management process, etc. Next is your change management. Change management is actually applying a systematic process to shift individuals, teams, and organizations from their current state to desired states. Okay, and with the help of this management, they are able to establish sponsorship and ownership for change, build involvement, provide feedback, support the change intervention, manage consequences, evaluate change results, etc. Another is your performance improvement. Performance improvement is actually applying a systematic process for analyzing human performance gaps and for closing them. With this, they are able to identify the customer. They are able to conduct performance analysis, conduct cause analysis, analyze system, gather data, select solutions, etc. Next is your instructional design. Instructional design is actually related to designing and developing informal and formal learning solutions using variety of methods. With this, they are able to conduct a need assessment, identify appropriate learning approach, analyzing and selecting technologies, integrating technology options, evaluating learning design, etc. Next is your training delivery. Training delivery is actually delivering formal and informal solutions in a manner that is most engaging and effective. With this, they are able to manage the learning environment, prepare the training delivery, then facilitated learning, evaluating solutions, delivering constructive feedback, etc. Then comes your learning technologies. Learning technology means that is applying a variety of learning technologies to address specific learning needs. With this, they are able to use technology effectively across the different areas of expertise, as well as they are able to identify when and how to use technology as a training and development solution. And next is your evaluating learning impact. That is your use of metrics and analytics to measure the impact of solutions, impact of learning solutions. With this, they are able to identify customer expectations, select appropriate strategies, research design measures, communicate and gain support, etc. Next is your managing learning program. Okay. Managing learning program is actually related to managing the learning programs in an organization, and for this they are able to analyze and interpret data. Okay, they actually use these learning programs for managing various activities in an organization. Then your foundational competencies. Foundational competencies are actually your knowledge, skill, abilities, behaviors that are required for job success in most professional occupations. They are actually further divided into 6. Okay. First is your business skill. With the help of business skill, they are able to analyze needs and propose solutions, drive results, innovate, think strategically, plan and implement assignments, etc. Next is your global mindset, with the help of which they are able to accommodate cultural differences, convey respect for different perspectives, expand own awareness, etc. Then industry knowledge, with the help of it, they are able to maintain own professional knowledge as well as building industrial sector knowledge. Then interpersonal skill, that is with the help of which they are able to build trust, communicate effectively, influence stakeholders, network and partner, etc. Then personal skill, which is actually important for demonstrating adaptability as well as moral personal development. Then last is your technology literacy. That is with the help of which they are able to demonstrate awareness of technologies and use technology effectively. Now, other roles and roles and outputs for HRD professionals. As organizations have adjusted to environmental challenges, the role played by human resource development professionals have changed as well. The professionals have to perform distinct roles. So, they, apart from these roles as and competencies required, which we have studied in this model, in this pyramid or ASTD model. And there are other roles and outputs of HRD professionals, which includes that they act as strategic advisor, that is, they consult strategic decision makers on human resource development issues that directly affects the articulation of organization strategies and performance goals. They act as a designer and developer, in which they assist human resource management in the design and development of a human resource system that affects organizational performance. As a change agent, they advises management in the design and implementation of strategies used in transforming organization. As a design consultant, it advises management on work system, design and the efficient use of human resources. As a learning program specialist, they identify needs of the learner, develops and design appropriate learning programs, and prepares materials and other learning aids. As instructor and facilitator, they present materials and ideas and facilitates structured learning experiences. As individual development and career counselor, they assist individual employees in assessing their competencies and goals in order to develop a realistic career plan. As a performance consultant, they advises line management and appropriate interventions designed to improve individual and group performance. As a researcher, they assess human resource development practices and programs using appropriate statistical procedures to determine their overall effectiveness and communicate the results to their organization. So you can see that these are the other roles and outputs of human resource development professionals, which are actually useful for achievement of organizational goals. Now, various forms of HRD organization. When we talk about human resource development roles, they can be structured in various ways. The form of structuring depends upon the size of the organization, history of the organization, nature of its activities, structure of the organization, etc. So, if you talk about forms of human resource development organization, these are some of the forms of human resource development organization. Human resource development function as a separate department in which a group of persons may be assigned human resource development roles and created as a separate unit or department. The department could be a part of personal development or an independent identity with some linkages with personal department. When we talk about committee, task, forces form of organization. Committee, task and forces form of organization. It is an effective way of promoting human resource development, okay, in which relatively small organization or even medium-sized organizations, okay, are adopting this form of organization. When we talk about this form of organization, here they form different departments, okay, and or areas, regions or locations is constituted by the top management to form an human resource development task force or human resource development committee. They actually facilitate responsibilities in addition to their line and other responsibilities. Okay, they do not only promote human resource development in their department, but also they formulate policies for the entire company, identify appropriate human resource development system, plan strategies for implementing, participate in the implementation process, and monitor and review human resource development implementation. Next is human resource development organization around the CEO. Okay, so another way is to have CEO as the human resource development facilitator. This become inevitable for small scale organizations, okay, educational institutions as well as other small size organizations. In such organization, the CEO of the unit should become the human resource development facilitator. It should be the integral part of his or her life as well as her role. He or she may, if necessary, appoint from time to time temporary teams or working groups to look at specific tasks and activities. Next is organizing HRD through departments or units. When we talk about this kind of human resource development organization, in addition to above three forms of organizing human resource development, could be organized through some of the existing departments or units. Some of the appropriate departments or units that could be used for undertaking human resource responsibilities are corporate planning or strategic planning cell, training development or training center, personal development, the management service department, the administrative department, etc. Okay, so these are some of the forms of human resource development organization. Now next is line manager and human resource development. When we talk about line manager is actually authorized to direct the flow of subordinates, and they are actually responsible for accomplishing organizational goals. Parikh and Rao in the year 1991 emphasized on the role of line manager, and they realized that for achievement of organizational goal, line managers play an important role. They translate the objectives into action. They are responsible for developing and utilizing the manpower. Okay, they also ensure that they create such conditions in the workplace such that they are able to acquire and develop new capabilities, perceive possible outcome of acquiring such new capabilities, as well as assess the self growth and enjoy the growth process. When we talk about responsibility of line manager, some of the responsibilities includes recruitment or hiring required manpower in an organization, providing training and development facilities to them, providing coaching and performance feedback, identifying the needs of corrective actions, ensuring quality standards, evaluating overall team and individual performance, etc. Main role which demonstrate what is expected from employees in relation to human resource development includes discussing the performance as well as professional development of the subordinate with them. They should show an active interest and support. They should show their proactiveness as well as how to deal with customers and assess their needs. Now, human resource development and departments and their tasks. Okay, human resource development department is actually helpful in creating learning environment as well as developing a learning climate in an organization. Since this department is focusing on the development of organization, so that actually helps in an organization to motivate their employees to work for the benefit of the organization. So it actually this department should be sensitive to the motivational pattern of employees as well as try to develop motivation. They actually create or enable a culture within an organization where employees have the required skill and knowledge. They process, they discover, and they know how to utilize their skill and knowledge or potential in the best possible manner. When we talk about human resource development function, the main objectives are human resource development department should actually develop a human resource philosophy for the entire organization, keep inspiring the managers, constantly plan and design new methods, beware of business, monitor effectively the implementation of human resource development subsystem, conduct a human resource process research, etc. So it is important that this department should ensure that the personal function should be carried out effectively. Okay, so these are some of the tasks of human resource development department. Now next is your emerging trends in human resource development. Okay, with the advent of globalization, that is from 1991, industries and firms are bound to face the challenges of the new entities. To survive in this era of cutthroat competitions, organizations requires to be innovative, to be dynamic, as well as to be bold enough to face the challenges of the environment, as well as to be able to gain competitive advantage. Okay, so these are some of the emerging trends in human resource development. First is a changing environment. We all know that when we are dealing with environment is dynamic. So when we're talking about human resource development, change is important. Change is the normal thing. Okay, you have to be prepared to face any kind of changes in an environment and to adapt that change within your organizational activities. Then technological impact, technological advancement is fast in all the fields, and that have brought about changes in the lifestyle of individual as well as of organizational activities. So when we talk about technology, let's take an example of the impact of internet, emails, video conferencing. Okay, these technological advancement has made changes in the way of carrying out business activities or carrying out organizational activities. So this is your technological advancement. The low commitment from management, or we can say low commitment from management, that is it is required that human resource development efforts are not likely to succeed unless top management is highly committed to the departmental activities of their organization. Next is globalization. We have discussed earlier also. Globalization actually is the emerging trend in human resource development. Organizations are operating in the era of global village. They are expanding their operations. Okay, so to deal with or to manage diversity, complexity, and uncertainty, they have to be ready to face any kind of change. Then is your management and leadership development. It is important that the concepts of management as well as leadership is changed. Performance consulting, then proactive learning needs identification. That is, organizations are now shifting from reactive to proactive learning. So then that is emerging trend. And learning design, that is the pattern of learning has changed. Employee equity and diversity training, that is they are training, they are providing training to their employees to focus on their work as well as to adapt diversity within an organization, or to deal with diversified customers in an in the market. Then learning organization. Okay, so these are some of the emerging trends of human resource development. I hope you all have understood this concept, and in our next video we will discuss about some new topic. Okay, thank you so much.